Okay, it's game dev. Let's do it. Hello. Hello, please, YouTube. YouTube. There we are. Okay. Let's get out my voice. Okay. Yesterday, I finished my PCG serialization system, at least like the first solid pass at it. I can properly serialize points, interact with those points, and remove them during gameplay and have those get saved and serialized out and loaded back in. The points loaded back in, or rather lack thereof. The lack of points loaded back in. No respawns yet. Putting that aside to focus on some more colony stuff, which I started getting into yesterday as well. So now I'm working on getting the colonists to interact with these PCG points. And I do have that working. Yeah, what have I done there? Let's catch myself back up here. Yeah, I had to rewrite some stuff there. Okay, yeah, so I think right now the state that I'm at is that I finally got the tasks rewritten. The state tree tasks are rewritten and they work, and they can the colonists can now remove. They can like interact with these points whether or not they're loaded. Although I haven't tested the unloaded version, only the loaded points. And there's actually a component spawned. But now I just need them to actually get, I need to put the things I need to put the loot in the inventory from what they've interacted with. And I realized some of my inventory code was not super great. So I rewrote some of that a little bit ago. Now I have a nice little function for getting RNG loot. And what was I doing here? Okay, yeah, so on the interactable HISM, so this is when the component is actually loaded and the player interacts with it. Or rather, I guess it could go through the task as well. I have a path for that as well. But I need to do some checks here. Yeah. Get that out. You don't need that anymore. Yeah, so I need to generate the loot, and then I need to like figure out if it fits in the inventory. And I think that, yeah, that's what the last thing I was doing was. Because like I have to sit here and think if it's a stackable item, which I think in most cases it would be. Do I still remove the point if the RNG loot quantity doesn't fit in the colonist's inventory? I definitely don't remove the point if, like, there are no empty slots, right? Or there's 0 space. That makes sense. But, like, if the colonist wants to go pick something up and it can't fit all of the pickup quantity into its inventory, I think I just chose to fail here, I think. Yeah, if it can fit in inventory, add it to the inventory and remove the PCG point. Maybe I should check if the PCG point is actually removed here. Okay, so this is going to be... I already see one issue here, and that is... it's not going to load it into memory if it doesn't already exist in memory. Okay. That's a to-do there. But the thing is, like, I guess the reason I did that is because the only reason I get here, it would have to be loaded in memory if it was here. So if this gets hit, like there's an issue somewhere actually. Yeah. Yeah, and if there's an invalid index, again, like if this gets hit, something went wrong. I think maybe, yeah, I don't add to inventory if the point wasn't removed. If we remove the point, put it in the inventory. But if not, something went wrong, and we shouldn't be just handing out free loot when something goes wrong, I think. Okay. I think that's good there. This was just rewriting what already worked, though. This will be like for when the player interacts with the component. What I need to do to get the colonist to actually interact with it is I guess I need to do it in here. Yeah, because right now I'm just doing remove PCG point container. So I need to kind of do the same process. I'm thinking about how should I reuse this here? I mean, there's really not that much here. It's already pretty modular, so I think I'm just going to copy it over. I do need to get the inventory. Yeah, let's grab the entity subsystem here as well. Do I get that on the inventory entity data? I can, yeah. Const, no, we want the mutable inventory because we will be adding to it here. Okay. The inventory component, get that set up. I'm going to move this there. Removed the point. If we removed the point... Wait, let's do the loot item. Okay. Would that be on the... Do I have that on the PCG point container? I do. Nice. Okay. Let's get RNG loot there. If there is no loot, because like this function would just return a null pointer if the loot is empty. Then we can probably just do the remove. Return, well, rather not return, but we can actually perform the thing. We can do the thing. That's false. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, we already have one of those. And then what are we doing here? If we have an inventory component, we don't have an inventory component and we do have a loot item, then yeah, we should probably fail. So success can be set to false and then we fail. Okay. Removed point. Yeah, and so then we would go success equals removed point. And I mean, I already checked if this can fit in inventory, and this is running on the game thread. So if can fit in inventory, then add to inventory is going to return true, or it should. And if it doesn't, we just lost loot. We just made it disappear, I suppose. Okay, so that's where we do the loot gen and give. No loot. We have loot. Rather, I can just do this here. Don't need another variable there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let's see if our colonist gets the loot in his inventory. He's been running around hungry, searching for food. He tries to grab the food, but he has no inventory. I have no mouth and I must scream. This is the Colony Sim stuff is the fun stuff. IMO, in my opinion. I find myself thinking about it quite a lot when I'm not actually game deving outside of this. I like thinking about all like the different logic and stuff that the colonists would follow or should. So I'm excited to actually like breathe some life into them because right now, there's no self-sustaining at the moment. Well, I guess they can sleep and they can search for food, but can't actually do anything with them in terms of colonist tasks, which is what this whole PCG system was for, so that I can actually tell them to go do things and interact with the world. Okay, am I spawning an entity? Yeah, just one entity. Okay, there he is. There he goes. Okay. I'm gonna search for food here in a second. He's just like idle wandering. There you go. He searched for food. He found 0 points, so he went to a random location. Okay, he found 2 points now. I see them. Oh, he grabbed it. Nice. Okay, what happened there? Because he should be eating it, if I recall. And I added the current state tree task here, which is a godsend. Ones are very nice for just quickly trying to find a particular frame. Okay, so it's why are my entity vlogs not showing up? Kind of annoying. Here's the grab food. Did it try it at a different location? So these red debug traces are from trying to find points to interact with. They're not actually the vlog one that I'm looking for here. And then that red one seems to be from something else. And I don't actually see my logs in here. Kind of annoying. I know I was having issues with that a while ago. And then here, eat food. It seems like the state tree logs just like absolutely swallow all the other logs. Because I can throw breakpoints in there, and the breakpoints get hit. I wonder if it's because it's already on the game thread. Like, what does an async task do? We're already in the game thread. Because I'm doing one from the call site. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Something to look into later, though. Hello, Yili. How are you? Yeah, I did see that pop up for a second. Kind of shocked me. So I can't tell, like, what happened. Let's read the state tree logs here then. It says interstate eat food, which is what, use item from inventory task, I think. Use from inventory. The more logs that aren't hit. Yeah, I think it may be due to the being in the game thread. Let me actually figure that out, because I need these logs to actually be able to debug here. If check is in, what is it, check game thread? Is in game thread, that's what I'm looking for. What is this? That is not... Ryder, that is not what I'm looking for here. Okay. God, do I have to do that on everything? Okay. That it? Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully I copy and pasted all the right. Okay, let's, do I need to rebuild? Yeah, we're in the header file, so yeah, let's rebuild. Yeah, maybe that's why all my logs weren't showing up in the vlog, in the visual logger. Okay. Did I need all those in the header? Why did I put so many of those in the header? Oh, because of the template thing. That's why, yeah. So yeah, the answer to the question is yes. I did need to put those in the header. Okay, one more time. Let's try it out. What are you doing, bro? You're just sitting there. Right. Let me change. I need to change the wander move to. You are moving too fast. Your gait should be walking, such that I can actually distinguish when you are idling and when you are searching for food. There we go. We found 0 points. Okay, you're going the wrong way, bro. I'm still trying to search. Still hasn't found any yet. He's getting close to the forest though, so he should. Here we go. He found some points. All right. Boom. Uh-oh. Inventory entity data is null. Why is that happening now? That is odd. Context.entity does not look valid. Entity index is 1142. What the fuck happened there? Why would that have happened? I mean, I guess I should check the validity of that there. Okay, we gotta rebuild again. Okay. Okay. Hungry anytime now. Anytime now. There he goes. Got no points. He should find some in this next one. Nope, still no. You're going the wrong way. Right? Okay, we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, you found 2 points. Okay, again with the error here. Okay, we're trying to generate an item here. The outer is null. Yeah, okay, so why is the inventory component null? This is very odd that the context is like invalid here. Why is this all of a sudden happening? I don't know why this is happening all of a sudden. And what would that have to do with the change I just made with this? This looks fine. Okay, I guess let me put a breakpoint here. We'll put a breakpoint there and try again, I suppose. And I guess I need a valid outer here. I guess let's just do get context get world. I don't like. I think I'm pretty sure it gets like changed over to the inventory anyway when it gets put in there. So this way it won't crash again. I hope, at least. Okay, found one right off the bat. Good. Okay, does the context have the right... It does here. Okay, so... the context looks correct there. Let me look at some of these other ones. In my other task... Oh, you know what? Oh, I think I know. Yeah, so the context, you're not supposed to store that across frame. I forgot about that rule. I forgot about that rule. Okay. So let's pass in the world then. Okay, yeah. I guess the context is like it's like ephemeral. It's not always valid. And I guess we'll need to pass an entity as well. World. Okay. Now, can I run live coding and save this? I'm gonna think no. Yeah. The answer there was no. World is apparently proxy actor. That's an interesting outcome from that. I mean, we're just rebuilding the engine. We're just rebuilding it today. Okay, hopefully we don't have to rebuild that another time. Okay. Go find food. Go. He found no food. There he goes. He finds it now. Finds it now. Okay, he grabbed it, but nothing happened. Okay, interact with... Okay, so we have our logs now. I think it was something to do with the game thread then. Open up our tree thing here. Grab food, move to food, grab food. Interact with point index -1 success. That doesn't sound right. Oh yeah, if it's a success, the index gets changed. Right. But yeah, that doesn't really make much sense to log then if that's going to be the case. It's just going to throw me off like it just did. Okay, so that worked. I really need to do braking because he moved way past the mushroom before stopping. Eat food. I'm still not seeing any logs from that. Let me look at the proxy actor. Look at your inventory. What do you got in there? Nothing. You got nothing in there. Okay. It did try to. I'm seeing some logs here. Add to inventory brown mushroom quantity 1. So I guess it didn't actually get added to his inventory correctly. Let's throw a breakpoint there on his next one, and we'll take a look. Okay. Loot item. We have a loot item. Quantity is 1. We have an inventory component. It can fit into the inventory. Yeah, because I did see that log. Item rename. Yeah, so this is where it changes its outer and stuff. Insert an index should be -1, so it's going to go down here, right? Back slots is empty. Oh, okay. That's why it didn't work. Yes, this function that I rewrote doesn't work now. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, what are we doing here? If max stack size less than or equal to 1, or getnum empty slots is greater than 1, this should have gotten hit. Get first empty slot. So we should have just returned that. Out slots, add first empty slot, and then return true. Oh, I'm not passing by ref. Duh. That's a big duh right there. Also, why am I writing this in the header? Like, why did I wrote this a long time ago, and then I just updated it earlier, so I actually moved that to proper function location. And we'll rebuild one more goddamn time. I really gotta figure out why. I mean, it's probably just how many, or how little I use forward declarations. How many like hard includes? That's got to be like why it turns into such a long build list to get through. Yeah, we can skip that now. Yeah, I need to work on the ranged weapon attachments a little bit better here. Right now, I guess it just equips both. Or attaches both that are equipped. Okay, you found 8 points here. Why did you get stuck there? Hang on, stop. Why did you get stuck there? Can I like hide this for a second? Where where is it in the outliner? Okay, that's not working. I just want to see the goddamn path for a second here. I can look underneath. Okay, so we were there. Oh my god, the performance is terrible. Okay. It got weird there for a second. I think it might have been just because that path segment was a little short. Let's look here. The arrows are still pointing the right way. Okay, hang on. Okay, so he like stopped there. There was no movement input there for a second. That's okay. He just keeps on trucking on. Oh, he like moved past his location. I feel like that shouldn't have happened. Like once he got through the acceptance radius, it says within acceptance radius. But I guess I wasn't facing target. Let me look up where that's logged. Yeah, I guess I just wasn't done with rotate, which is odd. Let me change this to within acceptance radius. I'll put that back where it goes. Is done with rotate. I want to know. Yeah, we're gonna put a log in here. Entity. Text. I just want to say like rotation. What do I say? Degrees left to rotate. Yeah, let's throw that in a variable. Because if 2 is not, that's too strict. I want to know about it. So we'll catch that next time. So we're gonna ignore that for now. Yeah, that's not a good movement there. Okay, let's see you go grab this toadstool. Okay. We've gotten here. I guess I don't really care about that at the moment. What I want to know is if DAC slots are appropriate. They are. Okay, so now he can properly put it in his inventory. There he goes. Now he's eating it. Thank God. So he's snacking. Now he's just gonna wander around. What's his food at now? Your food is at, oh my god, 67? So it'll be a while before he gets hungry again. What are the chances I wrote the task correctly the first time? I don't think I did. Entity data. What's my current task idle? Interaction. Yeah, I ended the interaction and just went straight to wander move too. Let me see what the path was there. Did he even consider doing his tasks like he should have, like a good boy? Interaction, yeah. Colony tasks failed. Okay. Okay, so now we gotta move on to that. So now he can actually go pick up food and stuff like that, and we'll watch some subsequent runs to make sure he keeps doing that properly. But I need the get colonist task here. Yeah, I'll need to step through that. Once I give him one. Once I give him one, then I'll need to. So I need to go interact with him and then put the breakpoint there. Okay. So we're interacting. Let's clear everything. I want... What does the colony entity data look like? The fuck is this? What is this? This is great, great. Nothing is, no... Oh no, something with the, A tree. Oh no. Transform data. Property out data. Pick state tree data. Instance struct container. Okay, so something about transform data, my entity transform data. Yeah, I have no idea what happened here. Referencing property transform data. Transform entity data. The referencing object is null. It would be nice if I got anything to work with here. Like where? Can you give me like a where? Something to do with garbage collection, of course. This pointer is invalid. Well, that's going to be a frustrating one to track down. And it was, I wasn't even doing anything specific. What did I do? Did I like click on the vlogger or something? Yeah, I was like expanding these. Yeah, I wonder if it was something with the vlogger. If that's the case, then maybe I don't need to worry about it. Because that code won't be present in a package build. Okay, well I did happen to see that the forge task was set to finished, which it shouldn't have been. Let me look at that real quick. I don't think I have anything making it set to finish. Check where it gets like assigned. Oh, the task I default to finish. I remember now. I may need to rebuild again. Or rather, maybe I should task status equals not started. That way that colonist task doesn't fail. But we still initialize the task to something that's finished so we don't try to start like an empty task. Okay, where's my guy at? There he is. He's searching. He's searching. He's not found any yet. Buddy, I don't think you're going to find any food in the plains. What would be a kind of cool system would be like some sort of knowledge system for the colonists, like... he's just had... I gotta restart that. He's not gonna get anywhere close to the forest. But it would be cool as if, like, they had a chance to, like, learn about their environment. Like, little tidbits of information. Like, maybe if he picked up a mushroom, he had a chance to figure out that, oh, mushrooms grow in the forest. And maybe he has some sort of survival skill to, like... increase that chance. That would be kind of cool. And then that would kind of make their actions a little bit more dynamic, right? You could factor that into like where to look for food. Like maybe he understands that he can find food. If he's looking for food, he can look through his knowledge and be like, where should I go check for food? What's around me and stuff like that. Okay, so that worked successfully again, which is good. Okay, you're going to join my colony, and I'm going to click that, but not yet. Dude, son of a bitch. The same thing. Same thing. Transform data. Oh, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of them. That happened at the same kind of time too. I didn't have anything selected in the vlogger. The vlogger was on though, so it still does things. So I guess the engine's trying to like garbage collect it. But what was it saying? It's saying like an object referencing it is null and it's like throwing a fit or something like that. That's the only place I added it. I guess find food did I add it here? No. I'm using it again. Well, I mean still. Yeah, I didn't add transform data anywhere. It wasn't really already. So why is this happening so damn consistently? Okay. Yeah, so this is odd. Be nice if I could get just like any sort of code pointer. What's happening on the game thread during this? It is a garbage collection happening. Is it just... I'm gonna probably have to turn on garbage collection every frame. Figure that out. Well, that's annoying. Okay, let's do the, I forget what the command is. GC or something? Force garbage collection every frame, yeah. Okay, we're garbage collecting every frame. Okay, it's a different error this time. Still no code pointer though. Is it specifically when we're interacting? Or is that just a coincidence? I mean, this is an even worse stack trace. Literally, that one gives me nothing. Nothing in my own code. Recast file generator. Okay, that wasn't actually a crash, it was just an assertion. I don't know why that's trying to get called from a non-game thread. Why is garbage collection happening not on the game thread, I guess? Okay, so the original issue is not happening again. Oh, I think I see why. It's like trying to generate tiles or something. Oh god, there's a cancel button, I see it. Cancel, cancel. Done, okay. Okay, maybe we won't hit that anymore then. Okay, yeah, we're not hitting that same issue again. Very strange. Okay, so we're going to be getting nearby points here. Closest point is invalid. Gather types. Collect forage. Oh, okay, so I think this is doing an and, not an or. I think that's why I didn't get any points back. Let me look at the logic here. Okay, what is this? Determine whether the specified set is entirely included within this set. Is that how I'm going to want to use this? I think I more so want like an includes any or something. What other functions do I have? Difference. Union, intersect. If the environment object's resource types. Yes, do I just want to know if any are contained in the, if desired has any that are in there? I guess I could do intersection. Dot num greater than 0. That would be like, that would be the OR logic. A little bit less efficient, but that's okay. Okay, so that may run again, but with a larger radius. I think is probably what's going to happen there. Is this an exception, or did we just go to the next? I think we probably just went to the next line, so... hello? Oh, item is null. Ow. Oh, the funny bone. Oh. all that smarts. Okay, so I guess with garbage collection... Wait, why is he trying to interact with the point? Why did this get reached? What's your status? Current task is Forge Forever. Status not started. I guess maybe I can update, but like, why are you trying to interact with an object right now? I don't know, maybe that just got weird from the breakpoints in the live coding. We'll set that equal to in progress. Yeah, and we can't recover from that, but I mean, that's probably a good... If item... Yeah, let's just do like an if item return. I mean, I guess return true. Because it should return whether it can all fit in there or not. And then we can do an early out here as well. Yeah, can I fit a null item in the inventory? I mean, technically, the answer to that is true. Okay, rebuilding once again. Okay. Okay, come here. Join my colony. Join. Forage. Oh my god. Okay, pause. That's way too many. That is way too many. He's returning every single blade of grass. That's not what I want. Stop that. Wow, okay, wowee. Did I mark that as, Did I mark grass as collectible? I don't think I wanted that. And this should also be... This be an ore if it's... Oh, yeah. I did this backward. Is empty. The intersection is empty. Yeah, I had that logic backward. That's why it was returning the grass. Let's also make sure that the data table looks correct. Grass, yeah, you have nothing. Okay. Nothing. Live coding failed. Wonderful. Yeah, that makes sense. If Boolean is greater than 0, Yes, of course. Hey, you. Join me and forage for me. Okay. We don't have a query result. If... Oh, this needs to be an and. I'm getting this logic wrong so much. Am I doing this right? Let me slow down here. The intersection of the two sets. If these intersect, then there's a match. Rather, let's write this, or... It has to be an and. Okay, let's try that again. I think you'll probably just try to rerun the colonist task. It'll be nice for debugging. Did run a little query there. And a couple. Now what are you doing? He's like idling? Or no, he's looking for food now. Hanging, yeah. Yeah. Interaction. And I guess we tried to do... What was the order of events here? Okay, interaction ended, and we ended up all the way at wander move 2, and I suppose that's because everything failed. Get colonist task. This state tree output is always so hard to read. Exit state root.colonist task. Yeah, I think the colonist task failed. And then it just moved to the next one. Okay, and so it failed because there was no... He should have kept going. Well, no, I guess we increased it once. And then I suppose this probably failed too. And then it didn't try again. So after he finds food, he should be continuing this task. If I'm not mistaken. Which is kind of like his task anyway. You know, I need some, Found some. I need some like little icons that go above their heads for like what task they're doing or something. I think that would be very useful for both me developing and the player. Okay, he's just eating. Okay, so we got here. We have a point. We have a point now. Okay. Now what are you doing? You couldn't find any more? What are with these little itty-bitty baby traces? That's not, I don't think that's right. Oh, he was getting nearby points. And then we failed. So now he's doing his wander. And then he's gonna try again. No? Okay, he keeps trying. Okay, there's multiple happening here. It's like get 0, get 20, get 0. Add to inventory. Wait, where the fuck is he? That he's... Hang on, how many are in your inventory, sir? How many you been snatching? Oh my god, they're not stacking. They're not stacking. I think I understand why that is. Yeah, the code I wrote would definitely do that. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. But he's got one, two, he's got so many. Is he not actually moving to the points before he's grabbing them? I suppose I need a, I suppose I need to... Yeah, he's just directly interacting with it. Oh, because these are all running at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, I need to check to make sure he's close enough for the interact with object task here. That makes sense. Oh, thank you for the bits, mate. Appreciate that. Don't know what to call you now. Totally, or do I call you Uni? I think Uni, probably. How's it going? It's good. It's good. Figuring out some Colony Sim stuff. We're getting... the colonist is now interacting with the world around him. That's exciting. He is just picking up every single mushroom right now. No matter the distance. So I need to do like a little distance check here. Either that or change my state tree structure. Probably a little bit of both is necessary. How are you? I hope you're well. Yeah, where would I want to... So I have interact with object, interact with PCG point. Yeah, I suppose the logic for the distance check depends on what I'm interacting with. Is interactable. Now I could have the is interactable check do that logic. Which would be this thing, and it's interactable if it has loot to pick up, apparently. I don't know if I want to do a distance check in here. Because like I don't want to have to do that distance check for every single interactable thing. Let me think here. Yeah, I guess I could just do it here. Because for the player, I do a hit trace, and I do a distance on that. And then the player has like an interactable range. That sounds less painful than the serialization stuff. Yeah. It is. I'm glad I'm past that for now. I will need to rewrite my save system at some point, but I'm going to kick that can pretty far down the road for now. Doing well, struggling with parallelization in an alpha beta search tree. What are you doing, some leak code right now? You trying to get a job? Or is this like a an assignment? Parallelization in an alpha beta search tree. That sounds like, is this is it an algorithm question, or is it a probably a little bit about, or is it a concurrency, like multi-threaded type thing? Johnny B, welcome everyone, welcome. Hope you were streaming well. What were you guys working on? I'm working on Colony Sim stuff here. My colonist is now interacting with the world. All right, hello, welcome, welcome. Just a hobby project, building a generic engine for game AI. Okay. My pains are from concurrency. There are about 24 different papers that all propose different methods. Are you in research hell? At some point, you just got to get something down in code, you know? And that would be my suggestion, would be just get something down in code first, make something that works. And by the time you get that working, you'll understand the problem a lot better. And you'll probably have some more context on those papers that you're reading. And so just pick one and go for it now. Whatever's the simplest one. I was working on playing Infinity Nikki for research. What is Infinity Nikki? Is this like a new Stellar Blade? The way you put "for research" in quotes makes me think it's like a Stellar Blade. I think the answer is half yes. It's not quite as obtuse as Stellar Blade. It's a lot like Stellar Blade, yet the opposite of Stellar Blade. Well, now I'm intrigued. Female interest, dress up open world action game. I think I had, when I was a kid, my sister and I had some CD-ROMs that we would play. And she had like a Barbie, like pony something or other, where you could like dress up Barbie. I played that. I played the fucking shit out of that, actually. Had to see their fashion tech. Really high quality when it comes to that. Well, they picked a lane, didn't they? Picked a lane for sure. My lane, however, is not fashion in game dev or real life. My lane is colony simulator stuff for right now. And I'm needing to do a distance check. Like I finished my like PCG serialization system, so my colonists can actually interact with the world when it's not actually rendered and stuff. So I'm writing out some tasks, some state tree tasks, so that he can go pick up stuff. I can give him a command like, hey, go collect food, and he can find where the food is in the world, which points represent food, and he can collect them. Well, that part worked quite well actually, but he just kind of picked all of them from across the map because there was no distance check. So now I need to write that in. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put that. I want to put that in the interaction interface, which I'm leaning no. I don't want to have to repeat that too many times. I think I'm just gonna like shim it in here. Yeah, but it's not interactable, just fail. This is actually for a different path. This is for like interacting with an object, which I may deprecate. So I'm just not gonna worry about that right now. So what do I want to do here? I have, let's get some, I need the transform data, I suppose. Although, before I even go into the game thread, I want to know if I'm close enough. So entity subsystem. Let's get our colonist transform, or not colonist, our entity transform data here. If we don't have any transform data, we're gonna fail. Now float dist squared. Transform, point transform. Yeah, perfect. Actually, that's actually perfect. And if I'm not, I need like some interaction distance. If I'm not close enough, let's fail as well. Although, actually, let's return running there. If dist squared is less than, I don't know where should I store how far the entity can interact with something. Transform data definitely doesn't sound right. Maybe just on the proxy actor, just kind of throw it on there. Colony entity data. Ability system entity data. Do I put it on the ability system component? No, I don't. Yeah, I'm thinking just throw it on the proxy actor. Then I would have to cast to the actor. Get the proxy actor data. Be kind of annoying. Avatar? I mean, it kind of makes sense on the avatar entity data, right? I think that kind of makes sense. Would I always have an avatar for an entity if I wanted it to interact with objects in the world? Probably. I could just hard code it in there for now. I guess we'll throw it in here. Interaction distance. What's the... This is like a max interaction distance. Go with like... Is 500 too much? It's really just like a threshold, really. I mean, it's not that I'm gonna be 500 away. Just so happens that we just need something to check against to make sure we're not too far away. We don't have avatar data either. Do nothing. Fail, rather. Interaction, max interaction distance, okay. So yeah, we need that. And then we're just going to return running, I suppose, if we're too far away. I think that's okay. That way I can have this task alongside others. I may change that. We'll see. Yeah, I think it makes sense to have it all in one state. For the state tree, you can put like multiple tasks in a state, and right now I have like get the current colony task, find a path to the thing, move to the thing, and interact with it all in the same state. So it's actually like it's performing all of those at the same time, which is why this was just grabbing everything on the map without actually moving to it. Didn't have to, it was running at the same time. And I think that makes sense to do because that would support things that are moving. If there's for some reason an environment thing, or rather, well, it's a colony task, right? So it could be like, because it could be like go tend to the prisoners or something. Go perform medical shit on a colonist who's bleeding out and crawling back to base, you know? So there could be a moving target, but I think it makes sense to have that all as the same task to facilitate that. And let's look at that real quick. Colony tasks. Interact with the object. We are returning success and fail there. So yeah, we would have to return running. Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens there. Okay, where's our guy at? Here he is. Okay, let's give him a task. Hello? Join my colony. Forage forever. Did he find anything? He didn't find anything. He found 2 points. Thick, okay. And he didn't immediately collect them. That's good. That's good. Okay, he's also not collecting them at all now. Let's check your logs here. Entity data, state tree. You're Hangy actually. He got hungry. That's why he came here. Okay, so why did hungry stop working? Is he more than 500 away? Let's look here. No. Oh, it's not checking again, that's why. Okay, yeah, so that only checked once on interstate. So now we need like a thing on tick here. Do not want this task to get that complicated, but it makes sense. It's gonna need to be. My tick, what am I doing? No, it should be happening on tick actually. Or we're not actually, no, yeah. We're not actually rerunning it. Yeah, we're not actually rerunning it. Okay, so I'll need to like recall that stuff. Well, I need like a whether or not it's executed or not, because it goes onto the game thread before it does stuff, which I guess is why I originally put this on a tick to like check and make sure the multi-threaded operation happened. Yeah, but now I just need like an executed, like whether or not this has executed. The has what do I say here? Like has dispatched interaction. Okay. Throw that on the instance data. And if I get here, then I can say that it has. Instance data dot as, and that's a reference. Okay, so we'll be updating that. And then I'll say if instance data As dispatched interaction, just do that. Otherwise, what are we doing? I essentially need to just copy and paste the code here. Is AoE 2 the greatest soundtrack of a generation? I think so. I think that's all we need to do. We just need to keep querying. And I suppose I need to throw that boolean on the other one. On the other path. Make sure. I mean, this is just going to return failed though, so... Okay, so what's going to happen if we have dispatched the action and it ends up failing? I'm just going to assume, I'm going to make a big assumption that I'll never use this task and not want to not return failure or success. And I know that doesn't really make sense. It makes sense to me in my head. Due to the way the state trees work, like, I had to wrap the functions to, like, catch state tree results, because for that scenario I was talking about where you can have multiple tasks in a state, if any one of them returns success or failure, the whole state fails, when you may not want that. And so I wrapped all of the state tree functions, well, just mainly interstate and tick, so that when I have a state that looks like this, I have these two little booleans for return succeeded or return failed. And that's like, hey, do I want this to actually succeed or fail? And that way I can determine, like, which tasks fail cause the state to fail. And for interact with object, I have return success and failed. So whether or not that succeeds or fails could actually fail the state. Okay. See what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to let him get hungry here for a second. So he's going to wander. And then run off when he gets hungry. There he goes. Okay. Okay, so he is farther than 500. Okay, and we are retrying. Okay, so 500 is a little weak. A little weak. Let me actually look at that. Let me look at his positioning. Oh my god, what is he doing? Hang on. Pause. What are all these debug points for? Oh, that's the EQS. That's the, yeah, that's the spawner query. Ignore that. I thought he was like trying to pick up some grass and shit out there. Okay, so you're here. Yeah, that's pretty close. Why is that? That's not, oh, it's because it's square. No, I'm doing the square. I'm doing the square. If it's, oh, I did it backward. The logic's backward. Duh. That's why. Yeah, and the square distance is 600. That means we're like well within the boundaries there. Duh. Okay. So if we play, does he pick it up? Okay, he picked it up. And now he's eating. Okay, cool. So he's no longer starving. He shouldn't be after this, at least. Okay, so I am going to just let him eat. I'm gonna eat for like 30 seconds, I think. And then after that, I'm gonna recruit him to my colony. And I'm gonna go send him to forage. Okay, so now he's just wandering. Okay, come here, join me. Join my colony. Forage. Okay. Okay, you collected 2. And then what happened? What happened? Wander, move to. Yeah, we're past that. Interaction. Colony tasks. Okay. So that's where he was at the time. Well, I guess, did he interact with that? I mean, I should probably make the interaction a little more substantial. I think he just collected that one immediately. And I should... Do I have the log that... I wonder what bounds of radius is here. I wonder why I'm not seeing this sphere pop up. I feel like I should be. Not at 0, 0, is it? I don't think so. I'm gonna guess the bounds parameter that I gave there is like 0. Okay, so we're at colony tasks. Let's actually look at the current task. Forge forever. In progress. What happened here? We interacted with the point in the very next frame, and it was a success. Maybe I should log if we're too far from the point. Yeah, he just nailed all those real quick. I should probably play some like sort of animation or something. Okay, so yeah, he walked all the way over here. We walked over here. Okay, within acceptance radius, done with move and rotate. Update next frame. Interact with point, success. Okay, so I guess then that's when we collected that one. But then we didn't update again. The state tree stopped updating. I wonder if that's because we ended up too close to our next target. So like the, because usually the entity move to task is like what updates the state tree every tick. Right? Or is that the find path? Entity find path. Let me actually read the state tree logs, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we're still just in the same state. Update within is set to -1. How did that happen? Within acceptance radius. Done with move and rotate. So I hit done with move and rotate, update next frame. So I should have updated next frame. Tick state tree. Execution phase unset. Yeah, this is kind of curious. But if I like interact with him and stop, yeah, it just kind of like resets him. Okay, he picked up that one from like way too far away. Yeah, he's like picking up God damn. Okay, so now he's just picking it up as soon as he gets there. That's not what I want. Not what I want. Let me think here. What's the sequence of events that I want? Because whenever he picks it up, it returns success, and then that kind of reruns the state, which will then query for the next points. So he doesn't even move all the way to the points, really. Maybe 500 is too generous. Let me do like... I want to know what this bounds radius is, first of all, because I may use that. I want to see if I'm even calculating this correctly. A breakpoint there so I can see that next time. And for those who don't know, like the PCG graph, when you generate points on it, you can assign bounds to them. And usually the bounds are just like set to like 10 or something like that. But if you run it through a static mesh spawner, you can actually have the static mesh's bounds be applied to the points. And so you can treat the point as like a representation of the mesh without there actually being a mesh there or anything. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to get like a radius from the bounds. I have no idea if that's the right math for it. I'm just getting whatever is bigger. The size.x or size.y. I'm trying to think if I wanted to do like a... I think I have an animation that I would want to use. It's not baked into my VAT textures though. My VAT animations. So I would need to do that. But then what would the... I guess I could play an animation from within here? And maybe my interaction interface could return the animation to play for interacting with it. Well, could be different interacting actors or entities with different animation sets, so that wouldn't work either. Maybe I would just have a kind of map of like some sort of enum for like interaction types, and then correlate that to an animation for each entity set, something like that. But I guess I would play that in here, and I would do a wait for that animation to finish playing before returning success or fail. Yeah, so I think let's turn down this max interaction distance to something like... Should it be? I'm gonna do, because I want to do the interaction distance plus the pawn radius plus the point bounds is what I'm wanting to do. And it would be nice to know when I'm done moving, but do I have that information? I don't think I have that information. I have the moving tag, though. So the entity ability system component will have the moving tag on it. And then max interaction distance, that's kind of a... I'll call this interaction distance buffer. Because this is really just like a little bit of extra wiggle room, I think. Let's change that to 50. Now I will want to do the, I want to make sure the z-axis isn't going to throw that off at all. Where's the interact with object? Okay. This is now going to be avatar data, actor radius, plus that, plus... yeah, that's what I want, like, the total to be. Float, interaction, dist. Okay. So we've tightened that up. Hopefully the bounds are correct. I'll throw a breakpoint there. I can see the bounds there, actually, so... that'll work. And then let's also check that we're not moving. Maybe I should do that first before the distance check. Just make sure we've stopped moving. And for that, I'll need another piece of entity data, ability data. EU ability system entity data. Yeah, there we go. And if I don't have one of those, fail as well. Ability data, ability system, ASC. There it is. Let's make sure that's valid as well. Weak pointer, so is valid. Get or what is it? Has owned tag. What is the component has tag? That's like the string one. Has matching gameplay tag. There we go. Moving. Okay. We're gonna wait for him to be done moving. And for those who don't know, who haven't been to my channel before, I have like a this whole ECS system that I built because I'm building a Colony Sim RPG roguelite combo, and I want one of the things I'm going for with the game is that I want the colonists to be active at all times, like even when you're on the other side of the map. And I have a procedural terrain system that I wrote as well. So. And part of that means that the terrain chunks are going to get unloaded if the player isn't there, just for performance reasons, of course. So I need to be able to move the entities around and stuff like that. Move actors. They're not actually actors anymore, but I need to move these colonists and entities around when there's no terrain, when there's no PCG environment. You know, when these things, no static meshes are actually rendered or anything. So I need to move them around in memory and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm going through kind of everything that I am right now. That's why I did the whole serialization thing, which I should probably, let's update my title. ECS Colony Sim work. That's actually what I'm doing today. I was working on the procedural content generation framework point to serialization. And PCG is like Unreal Engine's. It's like a little framework that can randomly generate points, and then you can like spawn things at those points. And so that's how I got this little environment here. This is just a test level, so I don't have to generate my procedural terrain every time I want to play. But it's runtime generated and it's hierarchical, so it does it in grids, depending on how close or far the player is. And so if the player is like this far away, you know, they're not even rendered at all. And then as he gets closer, it would calculate the points, and then these are just getting distance called, so they're already calculated in there. But yeah, that's why I needed to serialize the points so that I could work with them when the component isn't actually there anymore, after it gets garbage collected and whatnot. So I can move the colonist to where a point would be, in 3D space, in memory though, and then I can have them interact with it and remove it from the data sets. And actually what I do is I actually just tag it, the point is not having a mesh there, so that it can respawn, and I'll create a little respawn subsystem at a later date. But it's set up for that. So all I would need to do is really just tick every so often and check for respawns. I have all the parameters and stuff there. So he's hangy. He's in his hangy state. Go find you some food. Let's see if this works. Okay, he found some here. Okay. So we are not moving anymore. What's our distance? Squared is 560. Let's check the bounds here. Oh, point bounds are just 1. Okay. Yeah, that would make sense as to why I couldn't see the vlog. Let me check my he's gonna be eating that. Yeah, he's sitting down. Let me get this fucking tree out of the way. If I can hit it, I can't. Oh my god, I can't hit these trees, man. There we go. Get that tree out of the way. Tree chopping is next for colonists. But I guess am I not applying the bounds of this to the... I am. Apply mesh bounds to points. Okay, interesting. I wonder if I'm not saving them properly then. Okay, join my colony. Forage forever. Okay. Yeah, you're too far away right now. You're not moving, but that's fine. Okay, he picked that one up. A little awkward. Are you stuck? He's trying to rotate towards it. Okay, he grabbed that one. What are you... What? I think we got stuck again. Yeah, maybe I need a tick task on that state to actually keep him going. It's weird though, because it does say update next frame. But no next frame ever comes. A terrifying story. Within except done with move rotate update next frame. Yeah, we never updated next frame. Let me just throw... We'll try this again. That looked okay so far. It was a little awkward. But let's throw a tick task on here. Tick interval. Yeah, we'll just make sure that we're ticking at least once every half second. The movement should be ticking every frame when he's moving. Okay, I'm going to give him the forage task before he gets hungry here. Did he actually get hangry? Yeah, because he didn't find any points. Let me look at that series of events. Okay, he was idle. Wander. He's wandering. Oh, okay, interacting. We're interacting. Interaction. God, I was interacting with him for a long time, wasn't I? Right here. Still interacting with him. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Oh, he was hangry right after, so he went straight to hang. It didn't matter. Okay. That's fine. Go find your food, sir. You found some. He got stuck for a second, but he figured it out. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a task. Forage. Oh, it interrupted him. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I guess because I was interacting with him. Okay, you failed at collecting that one. Or no, he got it. Didn't look like it. Where are you going? You did not go to the closest point, sir. So the logic I'm going for here is like, he just checks within a large radius to get like the closest point, and then he goes to that point. Once he picks one, he's just going to get the nearby points, even if it's outside the original radius that he checked in. However, I was trying to eat there. He got hungry again, I suppose. I'll take these for myself. Okay, so he's not getting stuck anymore. That's nice. My texture's disappeared, which is also nice. I'm gonna inspect. Is your food actually gaining right now? Oh, I might have interrupted his eating. Oh no, it was gaining there. Maybe the UI doesn't. I don't have the UI updating. Oh, he's just idle now? You can't find any? Oh, he just he idled there for a second, I suppose. Okay, what's he doing now? Is he searching? Oh no, he found some. Okay, he's gonna collect all these guys. Oh my god, let's check his inventory. How many do you have, bro? How many mushrooms you got? What you got? He's got, I guess he ate a bunch that one time. Reanimated Man, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I just bumped into your stream. First of all, good work. Thank you. Thank you. Although I've noticed some familiar icons and I wonder I would start streaming, but instead of a few icons, I'd have tons of content displayed on stream. Can the company in charge of the IP actually file for an account ban on me, given I recreate game for non-profit use under a CC license? You're talking about my WoW icons, yeah. I'm using a ripped, you know, bunch of icons from WoW and sounds and stuff like that. Animations as well. I've imported a lot of the vanilla WoW animations in here. Yeah, I think it's probably kind of, I mean, I'm not making any money from it, so I don't think that they would go after someone with 14 viewers, but I'm not a lawyer, so yeah, I don't know if I can definitively answer that for you. Speaking for myself, though, I'm just not worried about it. It's nothing that's going to actually make it into game. If it ever gets released. God forbid. God forbid. Okay, so his trace failed. That's why he went to idle, I think. He is collecting a lot of food. I need to fix my my what now? My inventory code, because it's not stacking. Yeah, it's not stacking. Okay. Let's fix that code. Okay, inventory component. Yeah, I know exactly what I did. Okay, so if max stack size less than or equal to 1, or yeah, we need to change that. Yeah. Okay, so I think what the logic should be for a stackable item is something along the lines of like, at least me as a player, like if I'm picking up something that I already have some of in my inventory, I want it to go on that stack. And if I have multiple stacks, unfinished stacks, I want it to disperse amongst them. So I guess I just run some code after this. I can just do this, right? First empty slots, if I have any remaining. If quantity remaining greater than 0, and, well, let's just do that. If quantity remaining greater than 0, get the first empty slot. If first empty slot, what was that, Copilot? Thank you. If it's equal to index none, or rather not equal to index none, return true. And also I need to actually insert it there, don't I? No, because I'm just doing the slots, so I just add first empty slot, and then the rest of the code should take care of that. And if there is no empty slot, then it'll fall through and fail. But I think that's all I needed to do there. Well, you gifted some subs. Appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that. A hype train has just started. That's the first hype train that has ever happened. I didn't even know I had these alerts. Thank you, man. I appreciate the gifted subs, mate. I appreciate that. Dr. Elliot, hello. Welcome. You were here for the first hype train that ever happened on my channel. You don't really get anything for being a subscriber, I don't think. Oh yeah, you do. I have a couple emotes. There you go. So you get, there's 2 emotes to choose from. One of them is a default one. So yeah, thank you for subscribing. That's very kind of you. I am now obligated to answer any and all questions that you have, which I would have done without the subs, but keep that on the down low. Bragging rights. Yeah, that's exactly what you get. You get to brag about the cool emotes that you can use. There should be 2, right? Thanks for the vibe. Well, I'm happy to have given you a vibe. What am I working on? Yeah, so I'm working on some colony simulator tasks here. Uh-oh, okay. So that didn't work. Oh yeah, the check got hit. Yeah, that's actually a valid case now. So I recently worked on a PCG serialization system to serialize all the points that PCG generates. And that's the procedural content generation framework in Unreal Engine. And now I'm just writing some state tree tasks for my colonists so that they can actually go and interact with these points in the world and, you know what they are. You know, they know what a tree is because they can look at the point and they can see what the data is and stuff like that. So yeah, essentially just colony simulator stuff. He was hungry there, so he was just running around searching for food, and now he's picked up a food, and yeah, this now actually just needs to change to an if statement. So yeah, we'll have to rerun that. But yeah, it's gonna be a Colony Sim RPG roguelite combo. And I'm thinking I have a procedural terrain system that I've built. Maybe I'll show that off here in a second, because I know there's some new people here. That was like one of the first things I worked on in this project about 2 years ago, before I knew anything about C++ or Unreal Engine or anything like that. But yeah, the overall goal for the game is I have procedural terrain, so every character you create will get put into a procedural world with a different seed, and then you can go through that world and kind of recruit colonists, and there's going to be like enemy colonies that are procedurally generated and actually running as well. So there's enemy colonies, or different, maybe not enemies, but there are different faction colonies out in the world that are running and actually out there doing things and building alongside you. And then you can interact with them. Maybe you can fight them. There can be some diplomacy there. What do I want this guy. So we'll hop into my procedural world here. It'll take a second to generate. But yeah, this is all like runtime procedural generation, seeded. And 5.5 broke my algorithm a bit, so that's what those seams are that you can see. So ignore those. It's usually a lot better than that. But yeah, I just want you to be able to run around the world, and you can interact with all these other colonies, and there's going to be, you know, like wolves and mobs in the world, and I want to do some like procedural dungeons as well. Some maybe Zelda-like puzzles in those dungeons, some bosses, loot, of course. And when you die, I want you to start back over at level 1. And the kind of meta progression there is that there's going to be a bunch of abilities to choose from. There's going to be a bunch of different classes. So you pick your class when you start the game. And then as you're going through the world, you're kind of uncovering new abilities, or rather access to new abilities. And then you, every couple levels, you'll get to randomly pick a new ability to go with. What is this? When did I put that breakpoint there? And so every run you go through, you'll get, your build will be a little bit different. So that's the mindset for the game there. And I'll have destructible terrain and stuff as well. And how well you set your colony up when you come back, when you start over, is going to be, it's kind of going to bootstrap you a little bit. That's going to be part of the meta progression. Very ambitious, yeah. Ill-defined object. What is happening here? Oh, okay. Well, this is the first time I'm running this level after writing the PCG system. And it's not handling it very well. Yeah, okay. Well, I might have broken my level here. Oh no, here we go. We're making it. We're getting it. Usually it starts up way faster than this. And I have reasonable scope for the week. Yeah, I'll bust that out real quick. And I have like a biome system here too. It's procedural biomes and zones, which hopefully once this finishes, we'll yeah, it's trying to read a bunch of files that don't exist right now. It's interesting. Okay, and we finally crashed. Yeah, I hadn't actually tested the graph in the actual level yet. Log memory, warning. Okay. Yeah, I was using 16 gigs of memory there, so that was quite a bit. Ran out of memory. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. What am I going to do about that? Yeah, I'm not actually unloading the PCG graphs, the serialized points there. So that's a problem. I promise it was working before I finished this system. I promise. But yeah, there was a procedural biome system too. So there's like a world map. And I just used like a bunch of Voronoi cells on that and assigned them different colors. And then those different colors kind of combine to make interesting shapes, and then those shapes are zones. And then I surround those zones with mountains and water and stuff like that. Okay. So do I switch gears and try to fix that real quick? I don't know if there's going to be a real quick about that. Procedural terrain subsystem. Let's see here. So we ran out of memory. It was also inordinately slow. I don't know. Did my cache? I don't know if I ever ended up clearing the or unloading things from the cache. Yeah, I never hit that breakpoint, which was what was supposed to happen when I got too much data. And then I think probably another thing that happened was I didn't actually encode the world into the save file names. So how the PCG thing works is like I have this node that I wrote. Like an environment item spawner, and I can give it like a name, save name. And then it should save each gridded partitioned PCG actor should save the points from each one of these nodes into a file. And as it's doing that, it is kind of adding them to this subsystem to keep it in memory, so that we can use it for the Colony Sim stuff. And it's in an LRU cache, so least recently used cache. So it should have been removing. I put the cache limit at 100 megabytes, and I think we exceeded that. I'm not sure what was going on there. Probably just the counter was wrong. I'm actually surprised that didn't crash sooner. So there's a positive spin on it. So we're like looking at the internals of that node, and I'm wondering. I was seeing a lot of warnings for like the file not existing, which I do check if should save. If the save file doesn't exist, I should save, which means we should be. We do that. Blah 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 blah. That we should. Yeah. So I mean, we should be saving those files. But the world is not encoded in the file name, so there could be some conflicts between the two levels that I have. Maybe it'll be better this time, because it will have created a bunch of files that we can now read from instead of generating the points again. Maybe I can let me actually turn down the generation radius as well. Where are my generation radii? Here we go. What am I on? I'm on 256. Generation radius 256. So it generates in a 51,000 radius. Okay, let's just do like grid size is 250. Let's just do 256 then. Radius of 256. Let's see if that... Oh, radius of 128. 128,000. No, that's too much. There you go, 128. Let's see if that makes it any better. Okay. Yeah, here's the terrain pre-material getting applied to it. And these mountains are like the borders to the zones. And you can kind of see the terrain chunks a little bit there. And so I think once the terrain finishes generating, that's when PCG will start, if I'm remembering how I set this up correctly. I have it all running on a background thread rather than a foreground thread, so... And that's just so I could inspect it while it was generating at a better frame rate. There we go. Okay. Okay. Field defined object. Okay, that would... Okay, we didn't crash that time. And we're only at 8 gigs of memory. Okay. How's your experience with UE4, UE5 so far? What do I say about that? I'm getting a lot better in it. But, you know, Unreal Engine is a very girthy, thick engine. So there's a lot to learn. And so, it's kind of a... At least for me, I usually end up rewriting a system that already exists one way or another, and then I find out Unreal Engine has like a built-in version of that. So I like that it's powerful, but of course everyone says the documentation isn't great, and that's true. So it makes learning those systems very difficult, and that's... one such system, Mass Entity, was one I was looking into not too long ago for my Colony ECS system. And yeah, the docs were just not in a good enough state for me to be productive with it. So I just wrote my own. So spent a couple weeks doing that, actually probably about a month or two on that. But now I can render like 8,000 entities and stuff like that, so once I get back to the world stuff, I'll be generating some actual mobs in here. Okay, where's my character at? He should be in here somewhere. Did I break that too? Okay, well here's the world map. So if I pop out, let me actually zoom that in a little bit. So here's the world map. So if I line it up like this cyan zone is the zone I'm in, and so that, if you look at the borders here, that represents the edge of this zone. And same for everything that we're seeing here. So this circle here is actually like, how big? This is like, it's like this big. So it's a big fucking world. And each one of these pixels on here represents a terrain chunk. And the darkness or lightness on it represents its altitude. And then I do like an altitude blend between each chunk, each vertex on each chunk. And then what else do? I like apply a height curve to it. I have different noise settings. I think I have like 4 or 5 sets, and then I just pick a random one for each zone. That's why there's a fewer the same. Like these two are both my swampy noise, 3 actually, and then this one's like sharp mountains and stuff like that. And then I can actually figure out which chunks are border chunks, and then I apply a mountain spline to them. And so you can actually see a little bit of the spline here, where it connects the border between the 3 or 4. And then I just kind of like interpolate the height based on a height curve for each vertex closest to that spline. Did you see Fractal Philosophy's video on procedurally generated maps by simulating plate tectonics? No, I haven't, but I'm familiar with the train of thought. I have thought about that myself. I don't know, like, I'm not going for like a super realistic generation. Like, I'm going for more like fantasy type thing. So I don't want like a, and I don't even know if I'm going to be doing seasons or not either. So I'm kind of just going for, what am I going for? I'm just trying to keep making progress, and so doing something like plate tectonics when it's not really like super necessary, like, you know, I did think about who was it that came in here and told me about it was a video on fantasy metals, and I watched that, and they were like talking about a hypothetical fantasy world where these metals were generated along the plate tectonics. And I was like, well, I could just like overlay yet more Voronoi noise, because that's kind of what plates are, right? Kind of look like Voronoi cells. And then on those fault lines, you know, I could spawn like more nodes or more mountains or something like that, and that would be pretty easy. That wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it is interesting. Maybe, you know, more volcanoes along those fault lines. Yeah. But yeah, there's the world. And the white dots are what I call the zone entrance chunks. And so this white dot here is this right here, and that's kind of how you get in between each zone. And not every zone will have entrances and stuff, so you may have to like build your way up or dig through them or something like that. But yeah, here's the world. Oh Jesus. Yeah, that's not very performant. That is not very performant, what I've done with the node here. Okay. Let me look here. Load does save exist, true. It took 746 milliseconds to load 5 megabytes. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. I probably need to bake the graph name in there too, because an issue here with my biome system that 5.5 very kindly broke was that there's actually 2 biomes spawned on top of each other here. Like these purple flowers only spawn in and this rock only spawn in plains. Same with that hemp. And so I shouldn't be seeing both those and the trees here. Wow. Wow. So there could be some conflict with the save names there. This is also fun. Dynamic mesh tree chopping. Come on, come on. The animation's really bad, so it's actually hard to hit the tree. There we go. And now I have wood. Basic wood, the lowest form of wood. Yeah, this is the game so far. I have building as well, although I think I broke the collision for it. Yeah. Can I place like a bed down? No, I can't. I have some abilities too. Where are my sounds? That's supposed to be playing sounds. How long have I been working on this? About a little over 2 years now. A little over 2 years. Oh yeah, I forgot to call the points in water. Oops. But yeah, about it was maybe closer to 2.5 years actually. I need to make the forest actually catch on fire. That'll be a cool mechanic. But yeah, the PCG is going to continuously render even though it's like not actually rendered out here. Well, it's rendering farther than I thought it would. But yeah, it's not actually rendered out here, and it will be when I get out there. And aside from the PCG generating, running at a pretty reasonable frame rate. Oh god. What am I at, like 70? Well, about 60 here. 70 if I look at the ground. But yeah, I gotta figure out why. So I'm just it's interesting. So the grids are smaller in this world. They're 512. This is 25K is the size of the grid here in this world. In my test world, is it the same? That looks about the same, actually. The numbers are different, though. Oh, resub, thank you. Oh, thank you, guys. You guys are being so nice to me tonight. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'll see if I can actually get some some more emotes or something fun for subscribers. But yeah, I'll have to figure out why are these taking so inordinately long. Like, I have some of the timers here. Like, some of these are really good, like white mushroom, and there's not very many mushroom points. 0.02 megabytes in 1 millisecond, so that's totally reasonable, right? But like the grass is probably the big one. There's 8 megabytes of grass, 33 milliseconds. Some of these take forever though. Like, there's only 5 megabytes of trees, and that took 746 milliseconds to load. Failed to find object none. Okay. So there's also some just serialization wonkiness happening, I guess. Let me see here. Yeah, I suppose something to do. I'm gonna guess it's something to do with creating these new objects and then serializing them. Is where those warning messages come from. Yeah, what's like what's a reasonable time to read and write from disk? Failed to read file. Interesting. I'm trying to read 256 to -2. Loaded 0 megabytes from it. But then we saved bytes to it right after that. Why is it trying to load first though? Wondering if this has to do with the multiple execution frames or something. I think what I'll have to do is like really dumb down that graph and only like try to like generate one set of points and then step through that here. Yeah, because I'm not. I'm wondering if I just never end up saving it before the multiple frames happen. Have you already tried packaging your game? Does it take a long time? No, I have not. I have not tried that. I'm scared. I don't want to know all the errors that happen. It's not really at a. There's no like gameplay really yet. Like there's some combat, but there's XP. You level up, but it doesn't really do anything, right? Like. Only a few pieces of gear for testing, so it's not like actually a game yet, you know. It's still in the infant stages. But I don't think I'm gonna package the game for quite some time. Oh, why am I calling load PCG save here? Oh, that's why it's happening. Okay, yeah, I just need to write a check there. If the save does exist, we can load it. And yeah, I remember I wanted to do that to like kind of prep my save container here. I tried packaging an empty level, no clouds, just a skybox, a plane and a cube, 300 megabyte project binaries, and 15 minutes of build time. Yeah, Unreal Engine is full of those like magic checkboxes. Probably had like Lumen turned on and shit like that. Game engines are fucking complicated, it turns out. Who'd have thought? Like I can't even like make a one-line change without it taking like a couple minutes to live reload. Okay, I'm gonna start walking forward. We'll see if that warning message ends up going away. I actually just spawned a bunch of new brain chunks right there. That's what those logs were. So now I'm at like 90 FPS, actually. No Lumen, no Nanite. Why listed only my level? What? Excuse me. What made you want to do that? Just to see? Okay, there we go. Now it spawns some new stuff. Okay. Okay, so the warning has gone, so we fixed that. Where are the trees at? Trees only took 9 milliseconds, so it was a different grid. Probably way less trees. There are probably just way too many trees on that grid. Yep, just for testing. I mean, that was better. It's still like the grass, loading the grass takes too long. I'm wondering if I should even save the grass, or maybe just only save the like I could probably get away with only saving the metadata, which is what I'm using anyway to determine if something is removed or not. And like for grass, that's not really going to be interactable, but I will need to remove the grass when like the player digs or something, or like a colonist digs. What are we looking at here? What are our timings there on that? Yeah, it's still just grass. If I turn off the grass, it'd probably be pretty okay. I want to see what happens there. Let's turn off grass and see how good this is. No grass. No capes. Okay. I should probably change to doing this on the foreground thread. So I'm like running at 120 FPS, so like most of the processing power isn't even going towards generating the terrain. But I did want to change the algorithm to run in a shader anyway, so I keep kicking the can down the road on. I'm not gonna make any changes to the system until I rewrite it in a shader. That only took 38 seconds that time. But now we're frozen. Oh, no. Okay, we weren't done. Okay. Hey, I turned off grass. What the heck happened? Oh, no, that's the plains biome. Kept the grass there. Okay, let's just keep running. Let's run this way. Go to a new zone. We're generating more terrain. The terrain is pretty seamless when it generates. You really don't notice it. What do we got here? Yeah, I mean, the worst one there was 0.65 megabytes of trees in 4 milliseconds. Yeah, I should probably figure out a way to do like an async load or something, or a partitioned load. I'm gonna drop off for now. Good project. Looks good so far. A lot of hard work. Keep pushing. You'll get to the finish line someday. Yeah, someday. if humanity lasts that long. I appreciate you stopping by, mate. I hope to see you again. I appreciate all the subs as well. That was very kind of you. So, sincerely, I hope you have a good night, and I hope you stop by again and tell me about your project someday. But yeah, have a good night, mate. I'm not sure. Yeah, here's a new zone. Here's a different zone. This is like the difficult to build on terrain, difficult to navigate and stuff. So maybe this will be like a higher resources area. Archive is corrupted. That's not good. So I had one in 12 milliseconds. Trees, 5 megabytes of trees in 12 milliseconds. Archive is corrupted. Yeah, that's not it's not what we want to hear. Error, archive is corrupt. I can't, that doesn't exist. What? Probably just archive is corrupted. Archive is corrupted. Okay, where did this get logged at? Here. Okay, I was serializing a string apparently. I'm gonna throw a breakpoint there, so next time it happens, I know what the stack trace is. If save num cannot be negated due to integer overflow, archive is corrupted. You know, I wish I understood what that meant. Failed to find object none also. That seemed to happen in lockstep. May want to look into... Yeah, I'm serializing the point data and the metadata separately. But I know that the point data, it does have metadata on it. So maybe I want to look back into why I needed to do that. And I guess maybe these are like transient packaged objects. So I'm wondering if that may have something to do with this failed to find object message here. Yeah, I know there's a load async. And a save async. Load game, async, yeah. That's kind of sketchy to me though. Like that's going to be such a pain in the ass to get working with this PCG node. This node I created essentially just wraps the existing static mesh spawner and like feeds it points and reads the output points and then saves and loads that. So if I have like an async save or load, that's going to be kind of awkward. Because I don't know how to get it to like execute again when it's ready, you know? And the loads should probably go through the subsystem. Like here, we're going through my subsystem to load it, which means we're going to pull it from memory if it exists there. And that way, well, like, if we walk out of range of a PCG grid cell and then back into range of it, it may not need to load from disk again. Actually, am I still in the game world? I'm curious. What is the size of my cache right now? Current cache size is 0. That's not true. That is not true. I know it's not 0. Okay, so that's not... the code isn't even working. Git a load PCG saves. Okay, yeah, I think I need to add that. Why isn't that getting, why would that get hit, actually? What do my loaded PCG points even look like? Okay, we got a lot. Yeah, so there are a bunch there. Add PCG save. Yeah, it's probably add PCG save is where I need to do that. And now Rider is crashing. If loaded points.max is greater than 0, yeah, if we're adding to the cache, that's where it needs to happen at. I think that's probably why. Yeah, if save object.datasize. Yeah, I don't even know if I need either of that code, actually, because it gets put in the loaded PCG points that it finds anyway. So yeah, that probably never really became necessary. Okay, that's probably going to take a while. Oh, there goes, there goes. I almost restarted the editor. There we go, okay. Now I need to move around and get some stuff in the cache. We'll see if that number actually correctly picks up. Okay, let's get some. There we go. There's some. That one loaded quite fast. What do we got? Do I actually have a... I do. I have a cache size in megabytes now. 2 megabytes. Is that right? Yeah, that actually looks about right. Okay, so I think that code is working now. But I know the PCG nodes actually serialize from disk to a certain extent as well. So maybe I need to dig deeper into the PCG system and see if I can kind of hack into that and inject my own shit. What are these floating mushrooms doing? God damn it, you guys. Get out of here. You had one job. That is to be on the ground. Yeah, I need to project those. Yeah. Yeah. So what I do for the mushrooms is like I take the tree points and I like duplicate the tree point 5 times or something like that, and then I filter it down randomly and move them away from the tree randomly. So it's on the same plane as the tree is, and so on some very hilly terrain that's going to happen. So I just need to project them back down onto the landscape after I do that. I'm not surprised I'm only using up 9 gigs of memory right now. It's a little surprising. Thank you. And honestly, like, why did, I'm actually curious now. Let's run this again. So no grass this time probably is going to help a lot, but let's actually, this was going to be 512000, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's actually quite long. Actually quite long. Okay, let's do that. So I increased the generation radius of PCG, and I want to see if we crash out again. Yeah, I'll be really interested to see how much faster running my terrain algorithm on a shader goes. And the whole reason I wanted to do that was so that I could blend materials between different biomes without having to have one master giga landscape auto material. I didn't want to have like a million different textures inside a material that like properly blend between them all. Oh my god, see, some of these are taking so long. I saw 1,000 milliseconds in there. Okay, so we got here. So that's good. So this is actually working. But that also means it can't fit all of the currently 100 megabytes is not enough to fit all the like currently rendered stuff in. We are slowly removing them. Uh-oh. Remove least recent. It didn't like that, so I think we crashed here. Failed at least recent. Do I need to do something special there? Like, at least... Can I skip? No, probably not. Empty. I mean, that's... Okay, so I don't know what's happening here. The cache is, being lame. Oh, everything in the cache got unloaded somehow. It's all invalid. Okay, how the fuck did that happen? My hard refs container is empty. Okay. Yeah, not sure what's happening there. Or why that would be happening. What are my save slot names looking like? I really feel like I don't have that many in here. Well, I guess it's good to know that that doesn't fucking work consistently. That's great. Also, let's not copy the save game object, 'cause that's probably a pretty expensive copy there. What is it? What is it? You save container or something or other that I named this? The fuck did I name this? FPCG save. Okay, so yeah, definitely some more work to do on that system for the actual game world. Oh, I didn't think about the async saving and loading. That's going to be an absolute pain. You know, maybe to save on cache size, memory usage, I shouldn't keep the save game objects in memory if the component's loaded, and then I'll just treat the component as the source of truth. Back to the test level. Man, they load so fast in this level. Crazy. And let me check the grid size here. Yeah, I have it set to 512, so it's actually a larger... Wait a second. Yeah, it's actually a larger grid size, but I didn't see any of the files be that big. I'm curious as to what's actually... I need to inspect those files closer. Maybe there's some stuff sneaking in there that's not super necessary. Maybe what I should do is log how many points are being saved. I think that'll be good information to know. Megabyte points. Point data. Get num points. And that way I can compare between the two levels. Okay. Yeah, I have some definite to-dos there. So I need to handle different graph names, different worlds, different players. Yeah, and then there was a, there's like a unique ID on the node that I think I can use rather than a save name, potentially. But then I'm also not going to know what... Save name is actually kind of nice to just describe it for debugging, so maybe I won't use that just yet. Okay, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. Let's see if we can figure out some of the raid here. We'll raid Jed. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out with me tonight. This was an interesting stream. I've never gotten a hype train before. I still don't know what a hype train is, and I'm not sure if I ever will. Kind of too afraid to ask at this point. But that was really cool. Yeah, I appreciate all the support and love from you guys, and more so just appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. So hopefully I'll see you guys again. Hopefully I'll stream again soon. Hopefully all my problems will be solved, and I hope all your problems will be solved as well. Bye everyone.